My name is Gabriel Barcelo, and I'm the junior manager for undergraduate programs for the DACH region. So, in case you have any questions about IE University, the application process, anything, I'm based in Munich, so I'm more than happy to help you during the whole process. So I'm going to begin the presentation. So IE University is an international university based in Spain, and 50 years ago, a group of entrepreneurs recognized that traditional schools weren't equipping students with the skills that they needed for the future, and therefore they decided to create IE University with an entrepreneurial mindset and to be disruptive with a teaching methodology. So that's me. 4 years ago, when I was deciding to apply to universities, I created a wish list. I created a wish list to make sure that the university that I was going to apply to met all the necessary criteria that I was going to do. So I was looking for a university that taught 100% in English, with a very practical teaching methodology, not in the same city as my parents. So I wanted to study abroad with small classes, to be able to have the possibility to go on exchange, to have work experience, to learn another language, to continue with my hobbies, to be prepared for the globalized world, and to be able to work outside of my region. All of the countries that the university that met all of the necessary criteria that I was looking for was IE University. So that's me. A couple of months ago, during my graduation from the Bachelor in International Relations, and right now IE University hired me full time. So that's what I'm doing. So IE University is a very international university, as I mentioned, and we accept over 50 different kinds of educational systems. So you can apply with the Abitur without any kind of problem, and 75% or 80% of our students right now are non-Spanish, so you won't be the only international student. You'll be able to, in my case, for example, we were 50 students in class, only 3 of us were Spaniards, so it's really an international experience, and we have over 45 languages spoken on campus. So we've got 2 campuses in Spain, but one same experience. So we've got our campus in Segovia, which is half an hour by train from Madrid, and our campus in Madrid. In Segovia, it's more, as you can see, an old monastery that has been refurbished from the inside, so it's completely modernized, and it's more of an American-style campus. Okay, so as you can see, you can live and study in the same compound, while in Madrid, we've got the IE Tower. So, and it's a 35-floored skyscraper just for the students to use. So yeah, that's a bit how it works. I'm gonna share all the programs that we offer right now. So as you can see, I hope, yeah, that's the list of all of the programs that we offer. As you can see, we have single degrees and dual degrees. Dual degrees are not duale studiums like in Germany, but they're dual in the sense that you're graduating after the 5 years with 2 full bachelors. Okay, so if you decide to study the first one, for example, you graduate with a full bachelor in business and a full bachelor in data and business analytics. If you think it's too much, or you want to specialize, you're more than welcome to take a single degree, a bachelor program, which is 4 years. So I'm going to go back to my presentation. So exactly. So as you can see, I mentioned dual degrees, 5 years. For all of our communication students, we have the media lab. For our architecture and design students, we have the fabrication lab. And for our computer science and data and business analytics students, we have the robotics and artificial intelligence lab. These labs work in the sense that most of the classes will be done in these studios, in these labs, in order for you to be in contact with the technology, to be in contact with the machinery that you will be using once you graduate from IE. And since IE has a very practical methodology, it's very important that all of our students are in contact with that. So our teaching methodology. we don't like calling our professors, but rather practitioners. They're not just academics, but real life working professionals who bring real world case studies into the classroom. In my bachelor, for example, all of my professors were either working for national governments, for big international organizations such as the EU or the UN, or were either working in diplomacy, in embassies. So it's really great to be in contact with professionals, but also to see how these organizations work from the inside. So IE has a very distinct teaching methodology because only 30% of the total grade for a class is exams. So the remaining 70% is real life case studies, group projects, challenges, debates, and maximum 50 students per class. We want you to engage with each other, and we want you to learn from each other. We want you not only to engage with your classmates, but also with the professor. And that's a great number to make sure that's possible. So you'll just be going to class, normally be an hour and a half class, 45-minute lecture, like in any other university, and 45 minutes a project that the professor brings to the class, or a presentation or some sort of thing. So we want students to really engage during the time at IE. So in your third year, in the case of a single degree, or in your fourth year in case of a dual degree, you'll be able to go on exchange. So we have over 200 different partner universities all over the world. So you'll be able to study abroad for 6 months, and we've got over 200 different partner schools. We've got schools in North America, in Latin America, in Europe, in Asia Pacific, in the Middle East, and in Africa. So as you can see, universities all over the world. Me, for example, I was very lucky because I studied in the American University in Dubai for 6 months. But I've got friends I went to Japan, I went to Australia. So it's really up to you to choose. In terms of job opportunities, that it's a really important thing that to talk about. Talking about universities, is that IE has its own talent and careers department. The talent and careers department works in the sense that you get a career advisor from year one, you get personalized support on CV and interview preparation. We've got internship agreements, and most importantly, and something very unique to IE, is the IE labs. The IE labs are in-house internships, so you'll be able to work with an IE group of students, an IE professor, but most importantly, with an external company. You'll be working with them during the semester and one intensive month, normally June, and you'll be working with people working in that organization and working on a specific project. And therefore, you get real life working experience from the very first year. So at IE, we don't want you to just come to class and then leave, but most importantly, we want you to engage with each other and to attend all of the different events that we host on campus. So we host panel discussions, online simulators, TED Talks, team building activities, certifications, field trips. We want you to become part of the IE family for life, and we want you to make sure that you enjoy your time at IE as much as possible, and therefore we have all of those different events. So who recently gave a session at IE University? So a couple of months ago, Sam Altman, CEO of OpenAI and creator of ChatGPT, shared his vision on the challenges and opportunities of artificial intelligence in the IE Tower. He was able to engage with students. Students were able to ask him questions. So it was a great way to get to know him and to get to know what he thinks and to engage with him. Another person, for example, is Drahim Nahl, which is the president of the Bundesbank, was also giving a lecture a couple of months ago in the IE Tower. As you can see, he was also answering questions to students. So it's a really great way to connect with students from the very first year and to get to know him a bit more personally. So that will be you in 4 or 5 years once you graduate from IE University. And the great thing about graduations at IE is not only that it's a great party, it's a great celebration, but most importantly is that with a bachelor from IE University, you'll be able to graduate from, you'll be able to work all over the European Union. So you'll be able to stay in Spain if you want to, but you'll be able to come back here to Germany to work without any kind of problem. You'll also be able to go to Ireland, to Finland, to Greece without any kind of problem. So that's a bit how it works. As I mentioned, IE was born as a business school, and therefore we want you to get that entrepreneurial feel in all the different bachelors, and therefore you have an entrepreneurship or a business course in every single bachelor you choose, and therefore that shows that 5% of the class of 2022 and 2023 graduates are launched or are currently working at a startup. So as you can see, even though you're studying architecture, for example, you get entrepreneurship classes in order to expand your horizons a little more and to gain skills that are transferable to all different kinds of industries. So not everything is about studying at IE, but there's also time for having fun. So we have 3 or 4 different kinds of activities outside of the class, and we've got over 125 different clubs, for more curricular clubs such as debate club or finance and investment club, to fun clubs such as cooking club, art club, dance club, and the ski and snowboard club, for example, organizes a trip to Andorra every year to organize to go skiing for a week. So it's a great way to work with those and to engage with other students and to get to know people outside of your bachelor. We also offer sports, for example. So in the tower, we have a swimming pool, a football and basketball court, and a gym. And in Segovia, we have a gym, a football, basketball, and volleyball court. So, and all of the sports that can't be done on campus, we provide transportation to and from the facilities. We provide, so there are competitive teams that compete against other universities in Madrid and Spain, and other events and other sports that you can just do for any competition during your free time at university with no additional cost. So another part, in Segovia, we have what we call the IE Creativity Center. This is a space just for students, where we're including rooms for rehearsals, theater and dance, painting, visual arts, yoga, meditation, workshops, co-working, meetings, conferences, lectures, recreation, anything that the students want to organize. They can host it on these facilities in order to engage with other students, as I've been mentioning. So how to apply? The application process is 100% online, and it's open throughout the entire year. So we're not only looking at grades, but we're also looking at your whole profile. So IE University takes a holistic approach when it comes to applying. So things like languages, work experience, volunteering, public speaking, forming parts of several clubs, engaging with your school, engaging with the community, setting up your own business, any kind of extracurricular activity is a great way to round up your profile and to be a great fit for IE University. So those are the requirements that they were asking me on the chat. In terms of the Abitur, which I think most of you, if not all of you, are taking, it's a 2.3 minimum for a single degree. For a dual degree, we're looking around a 2.0 because of the extra load of work. So yeah, specific classes may depend on the bachelor. So if you're looking more at architecture or computer science, we would look at maths, physics, and that kind of stuff. So that's the whole application process. As I mentioned, 100% online, open throughout the entire year. The online application, you just have to choose the bachelor that you're choosing, and then you have to choose if you decide to study in Madrid or in Segovia. Then you have to submit all of these documents: personal information, your education background, your curriculum, 2 recommendation letters, and express yourself, essay, video, up to you to choose, and then your transcripts of the previous 2 academic years and the latest transcripts of the current year you're taking. So you will be applying to IE University with your predicted grades. Apart from that, that's a bit how we like to see a CV. You can find a template on the internet. So if you just Google IE CV, you'll find this document in order for you to submit your CV the way the admissions department likes to see it. So the express yourself part, you can either submit, as I mentioned, an essay or YouTube, a presentation on Prezi, a slideshare, completely up to you, answering one of the 3 questions that appear on the screen. Sometimes these questions change, so it's really up to the year that you're applying. So the admission test is the second part of the application process, which can be replaced either by the SAT or the LNAT, and there are three main parts. So there are language skills, numerical reasoning, and verbal reasoning. There is no need to study for these tests. They're more holistic, so there are no right or wrong questions. We just want to see your profile, and we want to see if we are a fit for you and you are a fit for us. In terms of the Kira assessment, these are three questions, so it's a maximum 30-minute exam. So it's two questions you answer to the camera orally, and one question you type in on the computer. So it's very simple, and it's the same concept as the admission test. Holistic, and it will put you in a situation, and you have to get out of it in a way. So the personal interview will allow the admissions department to get to know you better and further assess certain qualities such as your personality, your capacity for critical thinking, method of self-expression, and other communication skills. And most importantly, it will be a way for you to differentiate yourself from all of the other candidates. So let's go to the next. So of course, there's the whole QR code that you can find information, but I'm gonna talk a little bit on IE for Life. IE for Life is a suite of benefits designed to give back to our alumni community with exclusive ongoing education, career, and networking resources. So as you can see, we have over 70,000 alumni. We have over 172 nationalities. We are present in almost 170 countries. So many different students have been present at IE and that know how strong the IE brand is. So in terms of the DACH region, which is Germany, Austria, and Switzerland, we've got over 3,000 alumni, and we have alumni groups all over the region. So we've got alumni groups in Munich, in Frankfurt, in Hamburg, in Berlin, in Vienna, in Zurich, in Geneva, in Basel, in order for you to be in contact with the IE community, and in order for you to connect with people that have the masters, that have the bachelors, but most important as well, to network and to find other job opportunities thanks to the connections that IE gives you. And as you can see, there's other groups or the clubs that we have all over the region, and we also organize a lot of events. We organize master classes. In Munich, we have tables at Oktoberfest in order for us to get to know each other. So those are all of our recruiting partners in the DACH region. So you will always find IE alumni working there. But most importantly, those companies know how strong the IE brand is, and they recruit directly from us. So we're in constant contact with them in order to make sure that we position ourselves as the top recruiting partner. Apart from that, that's all from me. I've tried to make the presentation as short as possible. I know it's a lot of information to take by hand, so I'm gonna, if you want to share your data with me, I'm launching the poll right now. If you have any more questions, feel free to use the chat, but if not, very happy to present to you. And yeah, thank you so much for attending.